So, Tuesday, January 52nd, year 2080. I'm Skinner from the future. Listen, I'm going to do some illustration work on a page from Skin Crawl. I'm going to do one of the splash pages of Rotten Rollie, the host. But I just think, in continuing from my fun that we had last week, which is a funny thing to say, my fun that we had. See that? See how I did that there? I'm going to read in this, Dragon Magazine from 1981. This is issue 54 again because there's a lot of good stuff in here. But in the Sage Advice columns, check this out. There's questions. People write in with questions, you know. Are liches or vampires destroyed or damaged by sunlight or torchlight? What other undead, if any, are adversely affected by exposure to sunlight, some other bright light source? From the various descriptions of the undead monsters in the Monsters Manual, it appears that only the vampire, the specter, and the wraith are adversely affected by light. And even then, the light must be actual sunlight, or at least a light source of daylight level intensity. The light from a torch or a lantern, or a light spell, or a small-scale fire spell, such as Flame Arrow, is not bright enough to be harmful. And then it kind of goes on, but I just thought that was funny. This one's great. A character with a Vorpal sword decapitated an iron golem. This would negate the golem's special attack of poisonous gas, wouldn't it? I had no idea that an iron golem could spit out poisonous gas. Or can the golem still see and use its breath weapon after it's decapitated? And the answer is, decapitating a golem does not necessarily render the creature helpless or harmless. In essence, it turns the golem into two separate monsters.
That's sick, dude.
The body is still able to function and will continue to attempt to carry out the wishes of its creator. Whether or not the body can see after the head is severed depends on your interpretation of how a golem sees. In the first place, it is possible that the golem is magically empowered to detect the presence of a threat and doesn't really need the eyes in its head to find its way around. It is also reasonable, this is funny, to treat a headless golem as a creature which has been blinded and apply the appropriate penalties of the monsters to hit saving throw and armor class figures. And then it kind of goes on, but I just really think these are amazing. Like, I don't know. I'm just into this. I love this kind of stuff, just nerd talk and stuff. Anyway, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh, by the way, everybody. Oh, yeah, here, let me switch over. By the way, good news. Wait, does this help? Because it's bright, but my shadows.
Yeah, we want soft shadows.
Okay, soft.
Yeah, that's good.
So, Mark is back, everybody. The great Mark Rutegi. Is that how you say your name?
And Riatigi.
Riatigi.
Riatigi, yeah.
Ratgi. Mark, his arm has been completely destroyed. It is not coming back. It will never grow back. His arm has been lost to the oceans of angry and confused iron golem. The golems have gotten to him. You ever seen somebody that looks so bad and you go, man, the golems got to this guy.
Who, Mateo?
No. He does look a little bit like a golem has gotten to him.
He just looks like a character from Gummo.
Yeah. Gummo. Oh, dude, a bubblegum golem? That's cool. That's a cool idea. I got to remember that for a future thing. Anyways, guys, welcome back. We are still April 52nd of the year 2080. We're together. So this is a splash page in between for Skin Crawl issue 2. I am approximately 3 pages away from, and they're all illustrations like this, but I'm 3 pages away from being done with the second issue, which will be 90 pages of insane terror, horror, fantasy, as you like it. You burping over there, buddy?
Yeah.
I could hear that burrito trying to come back. The burrito is like, I will live a girl.
Breakfast burrito. That burrito needed some bean.
That burrito needs beans. It needs salt. It needs a lot, dude. Honestly, I don't want to be too, too much of a critical guy, but I don't know, a little salt here and there. Anyway, so these are splash pages. Rotten Rollie, the star of the show. Amazing guy.
This is Rotten Rollie Goes to War.
Rotten Rollie Goes to War. So essentially, there's an anti-war story that I wrote. I mean, I don't know if you could say I wrote it, but it's like basically I came up with it. It's called Game of the Gods. My friend Cody Goodfellow helped me script it out, and it is like a 30-page or 26-page story, and it's based on a actual historical story that I heard by Dan Carlin, who does a podcast called Hardcore History. And I think Dan Carlin is one of the great historian orators of all time. I strongly recommend you get into his podcast because it's endlessly fascinating to understand history, and it is endlessly fascinating the way in which he describes the events of history. There was a episode or two that was about World War II. And there was a story about how, essentially the Germans kind of the Russians lured the Germans into Siberia, like deeper and deeper into the snow, which was a brilliant tactic, but it was brutal, The Germans, unaccustomed to fighting in the cold snow, just kind of kept going because they had, they thought they were the most powerful army on earth, and they kind of were actually. So they have this long drawn out, and this was like towards the end of the war too. So it was really looking bad for them. They weren't able to access a lot of supplies and stuff, and things were going poorly for Adolf. And there was, it's like, so you fight all day as in the army, in the military, whatever. You're fighting all day, and then at night you sit around the campfire and people are dead or they're dying. They're sad, people are wounded, they're chilling, they're eating their food, their beans and shit. And well, the story I heard was that there was a Russian, an older soldier, who would who at night would sing powerful, beautiful songs, like folk, Russian folk songs and stuff. And it was basically like the one bright spot in this just horrendous situation where people were dying. It was war. It was the worst. It was in the cold. Everybody's, maybe just the most harrowing experience you could have would have been to be there during that time, And so at night, this old Russian man would sing these beautiful songs, really loudly, powerful voice. And the Russians loved it. It was a morale booster. It felt good. This old guy was singing. But anyways, the other thing was that the Germans also could hear it, and they loved it too. And they were like, they would sit at night and everybody would listen. The Germans on one side and the Russians on another. And they would sit there and listen to this old man sing. Well, the old man, like, I guess in the story, now I may not have this perfectly correct, but I guess in the story goes that he kind of got sick or something because it was so cold. Clone. We have a special guest. So he got sick and wasn't singing one night. It was like he stopped singing and everybody was like, dude, what's going on? God, clone. She loves history also. So, the Germans were like, whoa, dude, that sucks. Like, why did he stop singing? And the Russians were bummed because he was sick and, and so on. And I guess it happened for like a day or so. Well, one night, after not hearing it, like the Germans, like, went over and were like, dude, what's going on? Where's the singing? The German army, they came over and they're like, oh, dude, he's sick. We're like, whatever. So the Germans, even though they were deep in Russian territory and we're all freezing to death and we're, whatever, they got like blankets and supplies together and like gave those to the Russian army for the old man so that he would feel better, so that he could continue to sing at night. And essentially it was like a very profound moment of humanity in this, terrible situation. And so I heard that story and was immediately like struck by the humanity of it and how beautiful it was, and that, like, honestly, the thing that connects us the most is our suffering and our humanity. And when, like, even during World War II, one moment of beauty can, challenge even the greatest, like, I don't know, conditioning of people to be killers and stuff. So I was really compelled by that and wrote this story, and which is about, it's called Game of the Gods, and it is about these two gods who are like very warlike individuals, and they are, as they do up in the heavens in the great strange world above, they are making bets about like which army on this planet that they're kind of looming over, and they're looking at this planet through a water, like a wishing pool or whatever. And so they, can you see it? Okay. Mm-hmm. So they're making bets, like, I bet you, my army can destroy your army, etc., etc. And then this little ratty, little lowly, kind of Buddhist type god comes up, and he's like, what are you guys doing? And they're like, well, we're betting on, the war. And he's all, oh, that's interesting. He's all, you guys got two armies, huh? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, I bet you I could beat both armies with one soldier. And then basically that's where the story goes. But it is inspired by that World War II story. So I'm really against war. I think it's fucked up. I'm against a lot of things, but I think war is horrendous, and we're past it. We should be past it. But anyway, so that's why I'm doing this sort of like Rotten Rollie, the host of Skin Crawl, as like Sergeant Rock, from the old comics. And so he's basically going to be introducing the war story. So I do these things where, Rollie it's like coming up with cool themes for Rollie. So it's like, hey, I mean, it's not, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. It's not unlike, Tales from the Crypt. What do you want? Do you want to come over here? It's not unlike Tales from the Crypt. She needs a lot of focus. Here. Why don't you just lay down right here with me? Can you see it? Okay. Where like you see the Crypt Keeper and he's got like a little outfit on and stuff like that, but I wanted to make it more profound, like pronounced. Cuz even though this is in the total vein of just creep show, Tales from the Crypt and all that shit, I want it to be different and cool. Which is difficult to do, but it takes a lot of time and energy. But it's going good. And I thought it was kind of fun to draw Rollie as like a little soldier. He's a little soldier guy. But anyway, I just think war sucks, man. But there's a lot of stories, and so this next issue of Skin Crawl is actually like a what I'd call like more of a existential issue, existential horror. There's some Jungian shadow stuff in it that I've been researching a lot about. There's a lot of there's a little short comedic one too that's sort of a throwback to like when Bernie Wrightson would do his short funny horror tales for Erie and stuff. Anyways, so we have Mark here today.
Yeah.
He's holding the camera. I told him he doesn't have to. His arm looks crazy. There's a bone popping out of the side of it. It's disgusting. It's a Skin Crawl type arm we got. But Mark, when you were growing up, was there like scary shows at all? Did you like them? Did you see any of that stuff?
Yeah.
Really? What was your favorite scary? Did you ever see that show Monsters?
I don't know which one that is. I don't think so.
You don't?
No.
What was the scary show you guys were watching there when you were growing up?
There's that one where like the lady, she has to keep killing people to be like young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that a show?
No, that was like an episode.
Episode of what?
Of shit.
You don't remember?
I'm trying to remember what it was in Spanish. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I was little. I remember that episode. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Clone has finally decided to lay down. Thank God. Was it called? It was an episode, huh?
Yeah. Huh. And there's like the presenter guy every episode, and it's always a different. I think it's like 80s.
A different presenter.
No, the same one. The presenter's the same one.
Lay the fuck down, Clone, please. Was it Tales from the Dark Side?
Probably, yes.
It was?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to remember what it was in Spanish. I can't remember.
Hi. Give a cat a kiss, go to heaven. Give a cat a kiss, then go to heaven.
But the spaceship from El Vengador was pretty scary.
El Ringaleo, what's that?
It's one of those mecha anime shows, but the bad guys, they were scary.
Robotech?
No, it's different. It's the one that he connects a bunch of parts. He's kind of green and yellow.
Clone's breath stinks, dude. Smells like fish skeletons, man.
Getting into some fishy stuff.
Eating spider meat, dude, makes me sick. You ever seen a cat eat a spider? It ain't right. It ain't right, doggy.
I don't think so.
You never have.
No, I don't think I've ever
You never
seen
seen the terror of nature devouring itself in that way?
I've seen spiders eating stuff, but not a
I've
cat
seen
eating
spiders. I've seen a spider eating a bird, man. That's fucked
a
up.
spider. Really?
Yeah. In a National Geographic shit. Clone, please. No, this ain't.
Oh,
all right.
It's not food.
Lay down. This isn't food. Spiders are not food. Look at this. You gotta be fucking kidding me. All right, go ahead and bite me. I'll just be over here, dude. What was the name of the lady that would drink blood to stay young? What was her name? Soaking in blood.
Oh, I don't know. That was just one of the episodes.
Lady
I
Bathory.
just remember that one.
Lady Bathory. That was her name. Bathory. She drinks blood. She sleeps in blood. She showers in blood. So look at this, dude. Just like it needs to be in the mix, like at all times. You know what's crazy though? You want to like be friends with a cat, just ignore them, or like just do something. Look at her tail. She's doing this on purpose. She knows. Just like ignore them.
Yeah.
Ignore them, and then they will like go crazy and bother you. Hi. Okay, you know what? I feel like we need to have some boundaries right now, dude. Come on, bud. Come on. I know that everybody loves you. I know. The world like loves you, but you're fucking with my sick flow, dude. Anyways, so look at this stupid. He's holding a gun. This is ridiculous. How funny is this, man?
With one finger.
He's like, rat-tat-tat-tat. Rat-tat-tat-tat. Rat-tat-tat. Anyways, everybody, I do have big news. If you have made it this far, I have big news. Skin Crawl is going to be a radio drama show, kind of the show thing. It is going to be I've been in talks with the guy, my friend Tom, who runs bloodydisgusting.com, as well as Screambox, which I don't know if any of you guys know anything about Screambox, but Screambox is like a horror streaming show, or I mean a streaming service, which is sort of a competitor to Shudder. And I will say, I have it. They gave me a code. And dude, it's pretty great, actually. I am a fan. And I think it's curated well and stuff like that. But anyway, so they're going to they're going to do a podcast like radio show, Skin Crawl, of like my stories with sound effects and shit like that. So I've been in talks with them for a little bit, try to figure that out, and it'll have famous people doing voices, and we'll try to get like Bruce Campbell, shit like that. That would be cool, right?
Sick.
Yeah, and they're gonna let me do Rollie. Like, hey, how do I do that voice again? It goes, well, hi guys, it's me, Rollie. Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good for not having done it in like a year or 6 months or whatever.
Yeah, it's good, dude.
Hi, guys. Oh, here's another tail. But maybe I have to make the voice like less annoying, actually.
We were pitch shifting it a little bit, too.
Yeah. But maybe I have to make it less annoying for people. Because like, what if they don't listen to the podcast because because Raleigh's annoying. You know what's funny though? It's like annoying the world is kind of my thing. So maybe it'll feel good like as a dream or something. And then I'd still like the being in talks with iHeartRadio to do my podcast with Blake. It's taken a while, but I don't know if it'll happen. Honestly, like as I've been kind of like going through a lot of personal stuff and a lot of therapy and everything, like I've been thinking, do I know myself well enough to feel comfortable having a podcast with a famous person, even though this famous person is my friend? I don't know. I really don't know. And like Billy Ray Cyrus says, much to think about, much to think about. I don't know. We'll see. This Raleigh's looking sick, dude. He's ready to shoot, everybody and stuff. I'm gonna give him like a Full Metal Jacket type helmet or whatever. I'm trying to make this look like an actual military pouches. And what is this, a canteen over here? Oh dear me, my canteen is empty. Oh man. So anyways, so guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but I still don't know how to do a Patreon that good. I think maybe if I made all the interviews private and only for Patreons, maybe that would help. But the thing is that with my interviews, my intention is to kind of get the word out about people that I like and admire, or that I want to help. Maybe it's somebody that I think is cool that, I'm trying to tell the world about their project and such. I was having a conversation with my buddy Pete Von Shawley this morning, about some stuff that I think would be interesting to talk about, which is, he's a storyboard artist in Hollywood, and that means, which I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but that's, movies are drawn out from the script in a way so that the director can see an image of what they're gonna, shoot the film. It's like it really, it's like you have the script which describes what's going on in the film, but then you have the storyboards which show you exactly what is gonna, happen. Well, essentially what happens is, in a hilarious way that a lot of people don't understand, is that the storyboard artist is like the secret, Hollywood's dirty little secret of, they're the storyboard artist is the one who is like secretly directing the film. They're the ones they're the ones just like telling everybody what to do. Like, this is what the shot will look like. This is how it'll go. This is who's in it. This is the background. This is the. So a lot of people don't know that, directors get all the credit, but the people who are actually directing the film are these people that nobody knows who they are. And nobody is really, privy to that. Now,
wait, doesn't the director have to prove the storyboard?
No, the director does.
Or it depends on the movie too, right?
Well, yeah, but it's like, the director may be directing the film in a traditional sense, but they have this like it's all spelled out for them. It's like, here's the movie, and then they could go, all right, instead of Chucky jumping down and stabbing them like this, he's going to turn around and jump like that. Like that, they might do that.
Yeah.
But overall, a director has these, basically like a template through which to just, check out the movie, like make the film, So, and the reason that I discovered that and that I even knew about that was because when I did that High on Fire music video, which was a very amazing experience and extremely, extremely difficult to get through, like harrowing, soul challenging, spirit crushing type, thing to get through. Well, look who's back. Clone. Look at this. So, but what I realized was that, like, I wrote the story. Mark and Gina from Hey Beautiful Jerk, they helped me make, like, it's like you write a story, you go, here's the concept. They go, all right, well, this part's cool, but we think this part could be cool. You go, all right, cool, let's integrate your ideas. Let's integrate these ideas, your concepts, your design sense, and blah, 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 all this stuff. Goodbye, my friend. And then, so then you go, okay, so it's collaborative and all this stuff. And then you go, all right, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to draw out this thing. I basically drew this, like, comic book of that thing. Like I sat down, I looked through all my heavy metal magazines. I like took these scenes, I took this scene, I did this, did that. And I realized that, like, dude, I'm kind of like directing this this animated feature, through my drawings. I'm saying, like, this is what is going to happen and this is, blah, 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 blah. And I never realized that that was a thing that happened. And you don't know, like, a regular person doesn't know that. Like a regular person that is not, initiated into the knowledge of what it takes to kind of like make an animated feature and stuff. They don't really know that that's like what happens. And then you go, oh, but I'm not really like on the, in the credits as like the director, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because I didn't actually, it's like, it's weird. It's like, which is fine. I don't think that, like, I did, more directing than Mark and Gina. I feel like they did above and beyond what it took to get that thing done. I would never be like, I feel like I'm also the director too, a little bit. It's like, I don't give a shit. And, like, I had a very minimal role in that aspect. But, so I was talking to Pete Von Schally, who's doing, he's doing a lot of storyboarding right now for the Chucky TV show. And he's just telling me, like, he'll have these meetings with, like, the directors and stuff, and they'll be like, well, let's get this idea down. I want to get this down, whatever. And he's like, why? You're going to direct. And he goes, yeah, but people are taking your storyboards, like, kind of literally on set, like very close. So that's why the director, I think, was wanting to be a little more involved. Like, let's make it so that, it feels good to all of us or whatever. But, I mean, Pete Von Schally, like, there are, like, iconic scenes in, like, I don't know, what, like, Nightmare on Elm Street. When Freddy Krueger comes in as, like, a worm, a big worm, he comes through the wall. Yeah. That was, like, Pete created that concept and did that. He's like, what about this? Look, Freddy Krueger coming in as a worm. And he drew it. And it's like his... But nobody goes, oh, dude, that was, like, iconic, man. Pete Von Schally rocks for that. You know, they're just like, oh, cool, Freddy Krueger ate the guy. You know, so I don't know. It's all crazy. You never know what's really going on. So, let's see. Is this is metal? This is wood. This is metal. There. Make this be like kind of like metal shine or some kind. Try to remember what Iron Man's armor looked like, man. Let me see. Bra, bra, bra. Let's see. Yeah, I'll make sure that the coloring looks good on this because this is not very metallic looking. It's so crazy to me that like people can make things look like metal. The gods made heavy metal and they saw that it was good. They said to play it louder than hell. We promised that we would.
Well, when you're working on your metallic materials in 3D, you kind of need what's called HDRI.
Oh.
To know what your reflections are going to be like, and you might switch them out around and stuff.
Is that what that's Blender talk? Is that Blender talk?
It's not just Blender. It's any just in 3D in general. I think it's like a high dynamic range image, but the image is also like a panoramic, like 360 image, so that in any direction. So it's lighting your scene, but for metals, it's really important to preview your materials with some of those so that you can get like
shit.
It's all about those reflections and the chromes.
It's that fucking big chunk right there. The paintbrush got wild on me. I was trying to Tokyo drift with this shit. Fuck it.
Have you watched that Miyazaki documentary where he talks about storyboards and stuff?
No. His storyboards are wild, huh?
Yeah.
They're like beautiful. They're like work of art.
Yeah.
What does he say?
Well, he's talking about his way of doing storyboards is kind of non-traditional.
Okay.
Like, I guess in the US it's really common to have, sometimes they'll do like the sound first, and then the storyboard is based on the sound, kind of.
Wow.
And then they might adjust the sound to match the story better, you know. But with him, he's just like drawing characters, and he doesn't even know where they're gonna fit into the story.
Interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I like. You know what I like about a lot of. I don't know how to say this, but like every Japanese film, Korean cartoon, all these cartoons. The thing that I like is that it doesn't have like a normal formulaic American or like Western story. Kind of. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not like, this guy, and then this guy falls in love with this girl, and then they fight a thing, and then this thing happens, and then there's a third act, and then this, and then happily ever after, or whatever. You know, it's like, it's very like, kind of like non sequitur in a lot of ways. Which means like, you know, it's kind of like a lot of stuff doesn't really follow in a normal way. It's like, oh, That was crazy that happened. Like, whoa, this is weird. Like, you don't know where it's gonna go. Is what I'm trying to say, dude. There's an anime I really love called Tekken Concrete. Have you heard of that?
Sounds
But
familiar.
even say like Akira or something,
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, dude, this is crazy.
We watched Spirited Away yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah. I hadn't seen that one before. It's good, man.
that's interesting. I love it. The Claire Danes did the voice of the princess. Oh, that's Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
Spirited Away is insane.
Yeah.
I want to watch that again.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, that story is kind of wild too.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like, what the hell? This is
Oh, the
crazy.
parents are pigs now. Okay, shit.
Yeah. But that's creativity, unrestrained by capitalist interests, you see. Damn, Raleigh's looking savage about now.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's already Studio Ghibli. The early ones are like different studios, and then
Oh,
right, and then like I think it's like somewhere in the '90s. He does his own studio, right? Is that
yeah. Did he retire?
no? He's working on another movie. It's supposed to come out next
They're
year.
like, what's your movie? He's like, it's RoboCop 5. Something. That'd be so funny if he just made like his own insane, like took like a Western film and then just made it his own completely nuts, like batshit crazy version. That would rule, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like 90 and still going.
Yeah, because he wanted to retire,
Yeah.
right? Wasn't there like a thing where it was like, oh, he retired or whatever?
Yeah, and then he started working on another movie like 2019 or something.
Yeah, he's like, I got to come out of retirement. He's like Michael Jordan. He's like, I got to come out. I got to do something, man.
Yeah, he's like Michael Jordan.
He's exactly like Michael Jordan. Yeah. So yeah, 90 pages of straight up savage, brutal skin crawl insanity. I hope it's insane. I want to make it. Oh, you know what? That dude. There's a guy working on a little animated version of one of the skin crawl stories.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Jimmy Screamer Claws.
Oh yeah.
Do you know who that is?
No, I think I saw it one time. I think I saw his Instagram.
Yeah, he did stuff for like Flying Lotus. Everything he does clones hair, dude. It's ugh. Anyways, he did some stuff for Flying Lotus, and the guy is fucking bizarre and amazing. And like, anyway, so he's doing a story for me, and
Oh yeah.
so I'm like, the idea would be, first of all, how do I get this guy paid for what he's doing? Maybe pitch it as a show or get it funded somehow, or I don't know, something, but get this guy some cash for what he's doing, but try to get it as like maybe a show, or get it picked up, or I don't know, something. I'll see how it goes. Does that look like wood? I don't know. If all else fails, just freaking shadow the shade it, and here's some splinters. Let me draw some splinters up in here. But I've been helping Phil Tippett on his comic. He's working on a comic, graphic novel. My buddy Cody, that's been helping me with my stuff, is gonna help him too. So that's why Phil was able to. He felt comfortable like helping me and directing some scenes for Shrine of Abominations, was because I'm helping him with his comic, and that's kind of how it works, ladies and gentlemen. When you help people, they help you back. You form a super group. You form the Justice League of Terror.
He was directing the green screen shoot.
He did some. Still want to figure out how to get him in the movie. Maybe green screen his head, severed head. How's your allergies doing? Are they okay?
I got some allergy medicine from Caroline. I might take one. Actually, I should go ahead and break them right now.
Make sure that camera captures my confusion. My confusion about life, dude.
Or should I take a Norco, you think? That'd be better. Norco for my arm.
Norco. Dude, Narcos. You need to take a cocaine narco.
Dude, you know what was sick? What
What's up?
when they got done, I was like woke up and I was like, "Oh, where's my cast?" And they were like, "You're no cast. That's how it is. That's it." Go home, and I asked the surgeon, "Oh, what's in there? What material is it?" He didn't know, or no, he knew what it was.
You mean the material of like,
Of my bone.
Oh yeah, because what do they put? Plastic?
Something carbon dioxide shit.
Carbon fiber.
Carbon something. I don't know. It was something with three words.
Carbon fiber. Yeah, it's like 3D printed shit, I think.
But so then they put me in a wheelchair. I don't remember that part. I don't remember.
Titanium wheelchair.
Yeah, they put me in a wheelchair, and this nurse, she was taking me outside to get picked up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Caroline, she's an angel. It's so sweet. She's coming to pick me up." She was like, "Oh, that's so good. You have a friend like coming to pick you up. It's nice." And we were going out there, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, there's her car." And we go and she's like, she sees her car and it's like all bashed up, and then it's like a bashed up thing.
The nurse did?
Yeah.
The nurse saw Caroline's car. It was all smashed up. What did she say?
She went from smiling. She started to get a little weary and stuff. And then
that's so funny, dude.
Then
I love it.
Caroline opens the door and she's blasting Cannibal Corpse. And I look at the nurse and she's like, "Oh, fuck, man."
Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
You're like, "There's my angel."
There's my angel.
Dude,
blasting like a Cannibal Corpse in a
funny.
bashed up Prius.
Dude, Cannibal Corpse. Who listens to that? Psychos, man. I'm worried about you. You're going to end up like one of those covers, dude, all eviscerated.
He's like, "Are you sure you're going in this car?"
She's going to eviscerate you, dude. That sucks, man. You're going to be eviscerated. What do you think about those covers of those albums?
Which one?
Cannibal Corpse.
Oh, those are gore grind shit.
Yeah, whenever I see that, I would always be like, when I was growing up, I remember I'd see that and I'd be like, "Ew, that's gross. Yeah, yuck."
I always thought it was cool.
I was always like, "Dude, who likes this? What kid likes this shit?" So like show me who likes this so I could stay away from it.
I always liked more like the death stuff at Repka.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
I like Dan Seagrave too.
You
You
know,
like
that leprosy cover? That's so sick.
you like Dan Seagrave?
I don't know. What did he do?
Dude, Dan Seagrave did Death covers.
Oh, he did too? That is all Repka. Which one did he do?
The one
Symbolic?
with the mountain.
Oh, and Crystal Mountain? The song?
Maybe he didn't, dude.
I think that's Symbolic, right? Is that or is that the other kind of? I never remember like that kind of leader.
I don't listen to that shit. That's for devil people. Yeah. No. No, because when I was like a teenager, I had a job at nighttime. I would go into I would stuff newspapers at night in Auburn at this place called the Auburn Journal.
Yeah.
It was the newspaper for the town, and everybody got the Auburn Journal. I was on the cover of the Auburn Journal twice. One time when I was a little kid and I was looking at a monster truck. I had a broken arm at that time too.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, and then another time when I was like 17 and I was chilling in the bushes and I looked all cool. I had like my black hair and shit. But so at night I would go to my job at the Auburn Journal. Started at like 9 or 10 at night and it would go till like 12 or like 1 in the morning, something like that. Sometimes I guess it would start at like 8 sometimes. But dude, everybody who worked there was like a crazy metalhead. Like totally amazing. Cuz it was like the only job where you could just be a weird metalhead guy. But anyways, the thing that I thought was funny was that like, you know, like when all the kind of like conservative whatever like white people in Auburn wake up in the morning and you know, pick up their newspapers, like, you know, a couple hours before that, it had been stuffed, you know, and put together with the Big Five and the Target ads and all the like everything. They stuffed by us, metalhead scumbags, smoking weed, listening to Merciful Fate. And I remember there was like all these dudes who, and I was like, whoa, these are real metalheads. Like, this is crazy, you know, because I was like into, what was I into? Faith No More and like, you know, Bad Religion or something. Like, I was like, I was into Nine Inch Nails and Ministry. But these guys were into like Cannibal Corpse and Pungent Stench and I guess I don't know if that's or like Death, but like I remember thinking like like, whoa, dude, what's Pungent Stench? But there was like dudes that they were in there, but they were like brutal metalhead. Like they were all like really sensitive social cast-offs, you know. And I got fired for selling weed. I got fired for selling weed to to some dudes, and I was like, I was bummed, but you know what was funny was that like the dudes that they were trying to get me to sign a paper that said that I was selling weed there.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that's so stupid.
I was like, you want me to, they're like, can you just sign this paper? And I was all, no, no, I can't. And they were like mad. And I was like, but anyway, so after that, what did I do after that? I was like a pizza delivery guy or something, but that job didn't even pay that good, so fuck it. But it was cool. But god damn, the people that worked there were weird dudes. You know, like, and I'm not saying I wasn't one of them, but like they were like really trippy individuals. I'm gonna use this cool Kuretake Fudigo Kochi pen that I just picked up that I love. But yeah, it was cool, man. That's how I learned about White Zombie. There's this dude there, he'd wear a White Zombie shirt. It said, "Say you love Satan." And I was like, damn, that's hella cool. But there was like a cool, like, you know, gothic contingency of people there too. I liked them all. I will say too, one time I got pulled over by a cop when I was driving to work at the Auburn Journal, and I was like speeding, and it was in the rain. And I remember feeling like, dude, I don't have any fucking money. I have this stupid job I hate. I'm late, whatever. And then like I just started crying, like for real. Like I was really, really upset. And the dude let me go. And that was because I'm a little white boy, crybaby white boy. And I think that if I would have been not a fucking, you know, white dude in Auburn, I'm pretty sure, you know, could have gone badly. Yeah. Fucking cops, man. Can you see this? Yeah. By the way, this pin is amazing, everybody. It's really good. Yeah, it's like you can make things thick. You can make it.
Oh, it does a little thick and thin.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, dude.
But it's not a brush pen; it's a marker.
Oh, it's a brush pen. Kind of like a brush pen, but this one's good too.
The tip looks more like a marker, though. Oh, that looks like a brush pen, actually.
But these are great. Yeah, because then you could do shit like this too, like. You want to get a little thin, little baby lines, but you could do like thicker lines too. Just depends on what you want to do. Do what you like. Auburn was small though. It sucked because it was like once the cops kind of knew who you were, they would like see you. They'd be like, "Oh, what are you doing?" You're like, "Fuck, this fucker." I remember back then, fucking Grateful Dead were still like touring. Kids would go, they'd go see Grateful Dead, and then all of a sudden we'd have all this acid in town. That was cool. The kids got their hands on some of that window pane. Did you ever take acid before?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Maybe one time.
Oh,
actually.
really?
I think one time.
I have some. Somebody gave me this crazy fucking acid. I have it. It's just like I don't know if I'm gonna take it, man. I'm too wimpy. I'll take some mushrooms, but
Yeah, I think I'm.
think you're good.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Brap, 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 brap. Go Rollie. Rollie goes to war. Brap. I got the Rollie latex glove coming soon.
Sick.
Uh-huh. Brap, brap, brap.
So what's that gonna be like? Just it's a glove.
You just wear it on your hand. And you go, wow, hi guys.
Is there a control for the mouth?
Yeah, your hand. You go like that.
Just go like that.
Yeah. I love that glove. The OG glove.
Yeah.
Can you do a Rollie voice?
Uh.
Do it. Hi guys. Go like this. Go. Ah! There you go. Perfect. Exactly. That's not like Bobcat Goldthwait. It's like, hi guys, me, Rollie, your disgusting friend. Yeah, now I don't know how to do it.
Oh, you get it.
I don't know when I started.
We've gone 1 hour and 3 minutes.
Okay, so we're about.
I started this one early, so we're probably about 1 hour.
Okay. Well, I gave the people the delicious content that they crave. I wonder if anybody even watches these.
I guess so, I guess.
You think so?
Yeah.
I bet not.
Not many, but yeah, some.
Not many, huh? Can you tell?
We can look at it. I mean, they're unlisted, so.
I want to send some of the ones where I did the live or the painting, the the airbrush ones to the dude over at Cinedigm and be like, dude, let me do a monstery Bob Ross show on Screenbox. It'll be tight.
Yeah.
But I guess this is about enough. That's pretty good for today. I'm gonna I'll do some more. I'll finish this, you guys, and I will show this to you in the Patreon, and you will be able to see this before it goes out. I'm gonna work on a poster for Sarah Squirm, who's going on tour. I'll show you guys a sketch of that, and then I have this Walking Dead t-shirt design I'm doing for the virtual reality section of I guess their company's called Skydance or something. I don't know. But in the meantime, I'm going to be finishing these, getting these last couple of pages done. And I'm going to be painting some bottles here soon too. I actually started. At night I've been painting like a couple of them while I listen to the Twilight Zone. Anyways, I love you guys. Have a good day. I will talk to you soon. Peace.